Hey Pisces. Ooh, excuse me. Welcome to Cancer season. Welcome to the solstice. Some of you guys might be in the winter solstice, depending on where you are in the world. Some of you guys are in the summer solstice, depending on where you are in the world. Happy new moon in Cancer. We are going to talk about the new moon in Cancer and the blessings that she wants to bestow on you. Sun, moon, and rising placements of Pisces. Okay. Check your moon and your rising or your rising placements for deeper resonance. Take what resonates, leave what does not. Okay. We're going to pull 3 oracle messages and 3 tarot cards. Okay. As the entirety of your reading, and we will clarify those tarot cards. Let's go ahead and jump in, Pisces, and see what this new moon in Cancer has in store for you as far as blessings. Now, that does not mean just because there are blessings coming in that there won't be some type of, some hiccups, some frustrations, some distractions. Okay. But, as encouragement, Pisces, if you need encouragement at this time, keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eyes on the things that are working in your life. Keep your eye on the things that you can control, that you can work out. Okay. The things that are just not going to work out, that no matter how urgent people make it seem, or, no matter how many times or how much people try to manipulate you to focus on something other than what's in front of you, that's just a distraction. That's a distraction. Okay. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. You have people, it could be friends or family members who may make you feel like, you need to focus on this. What you don't care, then that means you don't care. Well, maybe you shouldn't care as much, right? It doesn't mean that you don't care though, Pisces. It's just that, this is just like for everybody, not just Pisces, but everybody. It's like there are a lot of things in life that are just distractions. And we make the decision to focus on them. Okay? Every single day. Every single day. Okay? Oh. All right, guys. Pisces, let's see what this new moon in Cancer has in store for you for the next 30 days, just about. Pisces. Manifestation. We are manifesting every single day. Remember that, Pisces. It just depends on the fuel behind that manifestation. It depends on the frequencies and the energies that we obtain every single day, the energies that we are working under every single day, that will determine what we actually manifest every single day, right? So if you're working off of doubt and fear, well, you're going to manifest traits and energies that are attached to those types of attributes, to those types of, energies of doubt and fear, right? We have abundance at the bottom of the deck. We love to see it. We love to see it. So Pisces, like I said before, energy is everything. Your decisions throughout every single day is everything. So you may have like a situation at work, let's just say, right? Let's say that you want to manifest, you're like, I want to manifest success today. Like I just want to be able to just not worry about anything. I just want to, successfully move towards the things that I want with ease, right? And let's say you get a phone call from work and they're just like, you need to come in, or you need to do this, or they're trying to, they have a problem that they need you to come in for, or they have a problem that they want to talk to you about. You can either make the decision to refuse to go into work and be like, hey, I really need to take care of myself right now, and I'll get back to that. I'll get to it tomorrow. Or I'll get to it when I come back in. Or you can make the decision to answer their call and do what they're asking you to do, right? Even if there's things in your mind, parts of you that's just saying like, well, this is your job. Like, what if you lose your job? And if you lose your job, you're going to be homeless. And if you're homeless, then you're never going to be, you know what I mean? Like, there are a lot of distractions in this world, but that does not mean that we have to focus on them, right? If you make the decision to not answer the call that is not in alignment with your peace of mind and happiness, right? Or your success, whatever. Then you're on the right track. You've already taken the necessary step, right? Towards rest, towards peace of mind, right? Towards surrender, you know. But if it's like, okay, I really want success, I want to manifest success or money and things like that, you have to make the decision to focus on whatever success is, right? Whatever projects that you need to work on. And you have to block out any other distractions, whether it's your phone ringing, a friend wanting to call and talk to you, you know, your family member wanting to call and talk to you, your significant other wanting to call and talk to you, or, you know, people asking you to go out and, you know, have fun and go shop. You know, you have to make the decision to focus on what is important to whatever path you have created for yourself, Pisces. So that's like as far as manifestation and abundance. If you want to manifest abundance in your life, you have to make decisions that are leading towards abundance. You can't make a decision that's leading towards, you know, poverty and, you know, lack and expect abundance to still show up. No, it won't show up. And that can be a challenge. That can be a challenge. Okay. Every single one of us is distracted and to some degree every single day. Like my ancestor today told me, put your phone on do not disturb. Don't talk to anybody. Go, just kind of go dark a little bit. You know what I mean? Just kind of disappear and just stay home and just, you know, work on the things that you need to work on. And that's a challenge for me, right? But I have faith in my ancestors. When they tell me to do something, I do it. So it's like if your soul is telling you to do something, Pisces, follow it. It's always going to lead you down the right path. All right, Pisces, let's go ahead and see here. For the Cancer new moon, what blessings does it have in store for you? What is it trying to speak to you about? You have dolomite, the stone or the gem dolomite, and it says stay strong in your faith. Remember, like I was saying earlier, like just a moment ago, I was saying you have to stay committed and focused on your path. It's a committed relationship, Pisces. And it says a positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. So Pisces, again, if you get that call that says, hey, you need to focus on this, you need to get this done, even though your path is saying, hey, you know, just kind of focus. You got something better over here. You know, just look straight ahead. There's something way better up ahead. So either you can take that call and, you know, give yourself the instant gratification of getting something done, or you can just like not answer it and just like continue to take the necessary steps towards what you want. And it's okay. Like if you fall into that trap, you know, where you fall into that trap of like giving into your distraction, it's okay, Pisces. It's a learning experience. Like it is not something that you're going to get right off the bat. It's a muscle that you need to exercise. Okay. But over time, as the Cancer, you know, no matter how much you trip up and how many mistakes you make during this time when it comes to, you know, having more faith in yourself and the desires that you have within your heart and in your dreams to accomplish and to gain, you know, it's just going to take some time. It's not going to happen right off the bat. Okay. Bottom of the deck, it says, take time for self-care. You have kyanite. Everybody's kind of been getting this card. So there are going to be some distractions here, Pisces, where people are going to try to get you to do things that they feel is more important than what you have set forth for yourself on your path. And you know what, Pisces, maybe that's something you can start telling people. Like if your job is calling you or something like that, it might sound crazy, but I feel like it's Pisces. You guys are Pisceans, so I feel like you would understand. But it's like, I feel like if somebody is trying to get you to do something, they may not intentionally be trying to distract you, but they might be really trying to get you to focus on something and to get something done. And if you know deep down in your heart and in your soul that that is not in alignment with your soul's path, is not in alignment with your path to success, maybe you just need to just say that to people and just be like, you know, that's not really in alignment with my path to success right now. And my soul's not really like feeling that right now. So maybe, you know, I'll get to that like when I have like the appropriate time. You know what I mean? You know, like it could, you know, if you ever just want to like test the waters like that, um, you can do that. Or don't, you know what I mean? Definitely do not listen to me, okay, when it comes to that stuff, because that's how I am. You know, like if there's just something that just I'm just like that just is not in alignment. It's not in alignment. I've quit jobs because they just were not in alignment. It wasn't because there was a bad job. It was because I took that job out of like instant gratification. I took that job because I felt like, oh, I was desperate for a job. And I don't, you know, I had to learn not to live in desperation, right? So don't live in desperation, Pisces. Don't let anybody or any circumstance make you feel like, oh my God, I have to hurry up and get this. Like, no, 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 no. No, you don't. It's okay. It's fine. Let's go ahead and pull one more oracle message, you guys, and then we're going to jump into the tarot for Pisces, sun, moon, and rising signs for this Cancer new moon. One more. There we go. Ooh, that card just fell. Ooh, interesting. Is that the card I think it is? Yes, it is. That's funny. You have the moon. And it says emotions, instincts, and subconscious. So again, your intuition and your emotions will communicate very clearly to you, Pisces, as to whether you need to focus on whether you need to focus on something or not. Whether it's actually in alignment. So the moon, this Cancer moon, being in a fellow water sign energy, it's really, really going to speak to your subconscious. It's really going to speak to your emotions, and you're just going to have that instinctual reaction to certain things that you're just like, no, that doesn't sound right. That's not something I should focus on. You're just going to know. You have Capricorn. It says disciplined, tenacious, resilient. Yeah, so some of you guys have Capricorn in your chart. Maybe you have a Capricorn moon. Bottom of the deck, we have career, public life, and reputation. 10th house in... Oh, Capricorn. That's funny. Check your 10th house. Some of you guys, when it comes to career, you have a lot of Capricorn attached to that. So Pisces, I really am getting the feeling from you and the energy that you have so much to offer. Financially, you have so much to offer creatively, you have so much to offer a company, or you can even open up your own business. It's just that some of you guys may have given up. Okay. If you have Capricorn in your sun, in your moon, or your rising, check out Capricorn's reading. Check out Capricorn's reading, okay? Because theirs was talking a lot about rest and relaxation in a time where they may not feel like rest and relaxation is actually like convenient, right? Check theirs out. But I do sense here, Pisces, that you really need to harness the energy of resilience when it comes to your path. You know your path, Pisces. You know what is calling to you. Stick to it. Even, you know, and this is the energy of like, this, I'm serious. I mean this in all sincerity, Pisces. Even if there's a job that says, hey, we need to let you go because you're not taking what they feel is important as essential to your career or whatever, let them let you go. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Not every bump in the road, you know, there's a lot of bumps in the road, but you're going to come out alive. You're going to be okay, right? That may sound very scary, Pisces, but for those of you who understand that, like if there's a job where you get this feeling like if I am not constantly running to their beckoning call, I might lose my job, or I'm going to be looked at as like unfavorable in the eyes of my manager. So be it. So be it. That's not the place you're supposed to be anyway. Okay, Pisces? I mean that in all sincerity. I'm not just saying like, oh, you should just quit your job. I know that that's hard. I know that that's something like in mentally and logically that just sounds insane, right? Trust me, I've had people like, I'm a Pisces moon, okay? I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm a Pisces moon. And I've had a lot of people tell me, like, that's not logical, that's not practical, that's not blah, 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 right? And it's like, yeah, but like it's not in alignment with me, with my path either, you know? And I had to get back in alignment with my path, with the work that I set forth for myself years ago that I gave up on because I was listening to people who was saying, this is the more logical and practical route. And I feel like for a lot of you Pisces, especially if you're a Pisces sun sign, I feel like, you guys have no, especially if you have Capricorn in your chart, you're very logical, like, very smart, very reasonable. But if you took that same logic and that same discipline and tenaciousness and put it into something that is going to bless you, something that you will love and be so passionate about in your life for your future, nobody can touch you. You know, nobody can bring you down. You know what I mean? So important, Pisces. It's so important. Let's go ahead and pull. Ooh, let's pull some tarot cards. Ooh, what is that? Ooh, okay. So you have the Queen of Wands. That's Leo. Okay. Maybe this is a person in your life. There's a lot of experience that you have in something, or just a lot of life experience, Pisces. So don't allow people to make you feel like you're the rookie, like you're the one that has a lot to learn. No, you don't. You've learned a lot. It's just that you've kind of given up on some things, and so you have to get back on track and just kind of pick up the pieces. It's okay. Don't let anybody undermine the work that you've done. Okay? You know what you're doing. We have the Three of Wands. This is Sun in Aries. Sun in Aries energy. Creative fire. You guys are very creative, Pisces. Oh my God. Especially if you have a Pisces moon. Yeah. Very, very creative. Absolutely beautiful. And again, with the Three of Wands, it's also like, again, you have established your place in this world. Like when I say that, I mean, you have done a lot of work, especially creatively, or, when it comes to your career. There's something that you have like established yourself, like either as an artist, an architect, a writer, a designer, like you are established. People, when they see your work, they're like, oh yeah, they know what they're doing. Nine of Pentacles. Looks like Venus in Virgo. Or Venus in Capricorn, I'm sorry. So there's more Capricorn energy. The Sun in Gemini, so that is the Ten of Swords here. Seven of Cups, Venus in Scorpio. Then you have the Ten of Wands. Okay. Sagittarius. All right, you guys. So if you have a Sun in Gemini right now, you're going through an ego death. Okay. If your Venus is in Capricorn or in Scorpio, feeling very independent right now, feeling very much like, you have options, you have choices, okay? Yeah, if you have a Sun in Aries, once again, like really feeling established here, like you know what you're doing. Okay? You know what you're doing. Let's go ahead and clarify these cards really quickly. Also, if you have Venus in Scorpio, Pisces, don't lie to yourself. Okay, if you know that you're in a situation that is not successful, or you're in a job that's not leading towards success at all, don't try to make it work. Don't polish a turd here. Okay, don't try to make it work. Get out of that situation or plan your exit. Okay. If you're trying to open a business, especially if you have Capricorn in your Venus or you have Capricorn anywhere in your chart, go for opening your business. Start that journey, y'all. Like, really get that off the ground. Level up with that. Okay, we have the Three of Cups. Love seeing that. That's Cancer. We have the Star card, clarifying the Ten of Swords. That's Aquarius. And then we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah. If you are in any situation that is not making you happy and you're polishing a turd and you're trying to just make something work, Pisces, especially if it's a job, especially if it's a relationship, do not lie to yourself. Be honest about it. Get out of there. Especially when it comes to career and finances, especially. Get out of that situation. Plan your exit now, okay? Be honest with yourself. Connect with that Gemini energy. If you have a Gemini sun in your life or somebody with Gemini in their sun sign, talk to them. Somebody who really like is going to tell you like it is. Also, if you have somebody who might have Aquarius in their chart, if it's an Aquarius, you need to talk to them too. Okay? You need to talk to an air sign who's really just going to tell you straight to the point. Maybe not bluntly or brutal, not in brutal honesty, but it's going to be very honest. And they're just going to be like, why are you there? It's not good for you. Like, why are you lying to yourself? Right? And for some of you Pisces, that may sound brutal, but it's not. You know, this person means well if you're talking to somebody who has Gemini or Aquarius in their chart. Okay? If you speak to a water sign, they might lie to you a little bit. Okay? So don't listen to them. That's just for some of you. But others of you, if you speak to a Capricorn, okay? You speak to a Capricorn, they're going to tell you the truth too. Yeah, they're going to lift you up. They're going to be like, "Hey, you know, stick to what you know. Stick to what you want. You know, stop fooling yourself into believing that what you're in right now is actually successful." Ace of Wands, this is spiritual transformation. This is a spiritual upgrade, spiritual maturing. Okay? New horizons. This summer is going to be very, very beautiful. It's going to be very beautiful for you, Pisces, if you make these types of decisions to just get out of situations that you know for a fact is not going to make you successful. It's just going to keep you stuck. So if it's a relationship, especially if it's a job, you guys, please, please, please get out of it. Don't stick with this job out of just desperation or necessity. Like, there's so much opportunity out there for you. Trust me. Will you necessarily gain those opportunities right off the bat if you quit your job or you plan your exit? Not necessarily, but if you plan your exit, you might be able to find something that's way better than what you have right now in time. Okay? Much love and light to all of you, Pisces. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, guys.